it's not only a naturalism, that it's not only everyday life, but sometimes it's something between an outer and an inner reality. Actually, it really feels like a liberation, as if something like a small prison or a decision to make that trilogy ended, and now I can make anything. I can invent a new cinematographic vocabulary. I can have other rules. So actually it feels mostly very, very good, very liberating. And I'm also glad that now that end of the trilogy takes place. Because maybe when we first had the idea of a trilogy, we never would have imagined that this takes us 12 years. The family gathering is like the base, it's like the structure or the floor on which I can build my story and develop that film. It's just like the skeleton. And then I had the opportunity to put my own flesh or meat on that skeleton. And I think that my personal individual stamp is, on the one hand, our formal decisions, is like a certain form of mise en scène and static camera. And it's a certain kind of how to tell time, that there are not so many, not jump cuts, but ellipses. And it's rather like a huis clos, a chamber piece. And that's one stamp of my handwriting. And maybe the other, my own stamp, it's not only a naturalism, that it's not only everyday life, but sometimes it's something between an outer and an inner reality. That sometimes it's close to dreamlike periods of the film, or that it's a little bit like nightmarish. It's like fluid between inner and outer reality, and I think that could be also something which characterizes that film. Well, actually the collaboration is quite classic, I would say. It starts with the reading of the script, and then mostly we didn't do so much rehearsals. It was just that it was very important that the adults create a certain familiarity with the children, so that they get familiar and that they could build really a family. And I always like when the actors and actresses have a certain freedom and liberty, that they have their own story, own ideas, and they make proposals, and then I look what works, what doesn't work. Does it have to be slower, faster, quicker? Is it a good path, a good rhythm? That question about inner and outer reality is nothing which we speak about. It's rather something which after the editing and the mise en scène will be part of the film. I visit this festival since I'm 17 years old. I made the Cinema e Gioventù. That's a thing where teenagers, young adults can go there and speak with with filmmakers. And so for me, I have not only a link to Locarno as a professional filmmaker, but also a very personal relationship. A world premiere is kind of the birth of a film, and it's also interesting when the settings change, so that those births can change. So enjoy those wonderful sunny days, and I wish you all a wonderful time and a good traveling through all those stories, all those countries, and just let's celebrate cinema which we can share and love, and so all the best.